Are you sure every gift is a blessing? From childhood we're told, don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Accept it, say thank you, smile. But with age comes understanding. Not everything tied with a ribbon deserves a place in your home. Some things we accept from others, even with sincere words, don't bring joy, but heaviness. Quietly, subtly, but precisely. Sometimes from that very moment, a string of misfortunes begins. Anxiety, sleepless nights, strange losses, and we don't understand why. In this video, I'll tell you about gifts that have long been considered dangerous. Items that carry the energy of fear, loss, loneliness. Things that seem coded for misfortune, even if they're beautiful, expensive, or given with good intentions. We'll talk about what you should never accept, even from someone close, which gifts our great-grandmothers warned against, and why sometimes it's better to refuse, even if it risks offending someone. This video is not about superstition. It's about the inner sense modern people have forgotten. But it's time to remember. Watch until the end, because the final item on this list will surprise you, and it just might open your eyes to a gift that's been sitting in your home for years, quietly stealing your peace, because not everything that shines brings light. Gift number 1, a watch, the symbol of passing time. At first glance, what could be more elegant and refined than giving a watch as a gift? A silver bracelet, a delicate mechanism, a prestigious brand. But hidden within this external sophistication lies an ancient symbolism, one our ancestors were well aware of. In many cultures, a watch represents a countdown. To give it means, I'm starting the countdown of your time with me, or until we part. In ancient Chinese tradition, for example, gifting a watch is considered inappropriate because the phrase "to give a watch" sounds very similar to attending someone's final farewell. In Slavic lands, watches were often associated with the idea that the time of a relationship is coming to an end, whether between friends or lovers. And these aren't just old legends, there are stories even today. Here's one. Mark, 41, lives in Boston. On his anniversary, his wife gave him a luxurious wristwatch. Elegant, expensive, in a velvet black case. They smiled, embraced, everything looked perfect. But within weeks, Mark started to notice increasing tension in their communication. He was constantly late. He began feeling like he never had enough time. A few months later, the couple divorced. Of course, the watch wasn't the sole reason, but it became a marker, a symbol of an ending that had already been building. After that gift, everything simply fell into place. So, if someone gives you a watch, ask yourself, is this connection truly full, alive, and deep? And if you want to give one, it's better to ask the person to symbolically buy it from you with a small coin. This ancient gesture is believed to neutralize the energy of the exchange and untie any energetic countdown. Because a watch is not just a device, it's the rhythm of life. And when we gift one, we might unknowingly be saying, your time has begun or is running out. Continuing, here's another gift with a complicated symbolism. This present is popular, often looks like a sign of care, but for centuries it has been associated with pain, conflict, and even betrayal. Gift number 2, sharp objects. Knives, scissors, razors. These items are practical. They can be expensive, beautiful, and very effective. But since ancient times, they were never given without a serious reason. Because anything sharp carries the energy of separation. To give a sharp object as a gift is like saying to someone, let our paths part. Let the thread between us be cut. And this isn't just poetic imagery. In many cultures, it was believed that a blade cuts a bond. So whenever a knife was gifted, it had to be paid for, even with a single coin, to turn the gift into a purchase. Otherwise, it could bring a quarrel, a falling out, or a loss of connection. Here's a real-life story. Emma, 35, from Seattle, received a set of Japanese kitchen knives as a housewarming gift from her friend Anna. It was given with love. For your new beginning, for a cozy kitchen. But within a week, Emma and Anna had an unexpected argument over something minor, something that wouldn't normally matter. They didn't speak for nearly a year. When Emma shared this story later, she admitted, I don't know why, but from that day on, there was a kind of sharpness between us, like a blade. This isn't superstition. It's about the emotional symbolism carried by objects, especially those made to cut, pierce, or slice. So if someone wants to give you something sharp, a knife, manicure scissors, a razor, even decorative pins, either gently decline or offer to buy it for a small coin. It may seem like a small act, but it discharges the energy of the exchange. Because sometimes all it takes is one symbolic cut, and the connection begins to bleed. Gift number 3, an empty wallet or bag. At first glance, it seems like a practical, beautiful, even generous gift. A brand new leather wallet, a designer handbag, a sleek travel briefcase. What could be wrong with that? But gifting an empty wallet or bag carries a hidden meaning, one of emptiness, loss, and lack. When given without anything inside, the person unknowingly passes on the energy of absence of money, abundance, and fullness. This kind of gift has long been considered risky. In many folk traditions, there was a clear rule: if you gift a wallet, put at least a coin inside, or you'll gift poverty. Even in modern folk practices, it's believed that an empty wallet pulls a financial void into the life of the receiver. Here's a real-life example. Robert, 53, from Chicago, worked in real estate. For his birthday, his colleagues gave him a beautiful black briefcase. Elegant, high quality, a real status symbol. Robert was thrilled, as he'd been wanting one for a while. But over the following months, he noticed a drop in clients, delayed payments, and a growing sense of financial unease he had never felt before. Half a year later, he joked, "Ever since I got that empty briefcase, it's like money got offended and refuses to come in." Was it just coincidence? Maybe. But thousands of such coincidences have shaped the wisdom of generations. And that wisdom is worth listening to. Gift number 4. Mirrors, especially old or second-hand ones. A mirror is always more than just glass. It's a surface that not only reflects, but stores. It sees everything: emotions, events, arguments, tears, fears. And that's why giving someone a mirror means passing on a part of everything that once happened in front of it. Especially concerning our antique mirrors that have belonged to several owners, mirrors that once hung in a bedroom or near a bed, and mirrors given without a frame, considered a symbol of an open portal. Why so many warnings about mirrors? Because in many cultures, they are viewed as energetic absorbers. People used to place them facing windows to reflect away evil spirits. In homes where someone passed away, mirrors were covered with cloth. Even our ancestors knew a mirror holds memory. Here's an example. Sarah, 44, from New York, received an antique mirror as a gift from an acquaintance who said, "It came from my grandmother's house. It's very powerful." At first, everything felt normal. But over time, Sarah began to experience frequent headaches in the room where the mirror hung, restless sleep, and the unsettling feeling that someone was there, even when she was alone. She ignored it for a while, but once she finally removed the mirror from her home, all the symptoms disappeared. Gift number 5. Figurines or images of solitary animals. A small owl figurine, a lone elephant, a bird on a branch, a wolf howling at the moon. These items are often gifted for luck, for wisdom, or for strength. But if you look closely, their deeper meaning isn't always as bright as it seems. In the symbolic language of imagery which our psyche unconsciously reads, solitary animals represent loneliness, isolation, detachment from family or social life. And when such a figure enters your home, it may begin to create an emotional atmosphere where the sense of warmth, connection, and closeness slowly fades. Be especially mindful of owls, which can symbolize not only wisdom but also isolation, nighttime, and emotional distance. Lone birds, which carry the energy of lost companionship or departure. Animals turned away, especially those facing the exit of your home. These may represent loss, separation, or withdrawal of support. Also important is where these items are placed. A figurine in the kitchen may carry one meaning, but in the bedroom or near the entrance, it becomes a symbolic message. For interior harmony, it's better to choose pairs of animals, representing union, harmony, and mutual support. Group images, signs of family, community, and togetherness. Or simply avoid emotionally charged imagery in spaces where peace, warmth, and emotional balance are most needed. Gift number 6, artificial flowers and dried bouquets. At first glance, they're beautiful, neat, eternal. They don't wilt, don't need water, and never change. But that's exactly the point. An artificial flower is a symbol of life without life. It doesn't grow, it doesn't evolve, it holds no energy. Its beauty is only on the outside. Inside, stillness, emptiness, silence. In many cultures, dried or artificial flowers are associated with memories of the past, an energetic vacuum, stagnation or lack of growth, and even the loss of vitality or health. Especially undesirable are bouquets placed in the bedroom, particularly near the headboard, arrangements in the kitchen, the heart of the home's energy, or receiving wreaths, dried herb compositions, or decorative flowers in dark tones as gifts. Artificial beauty may please the eye, but energetically it creates a space where nothing truly grows or thrives. Flowers are meant to symbolize life. And when they're not real, it's like life without a pulse. Gift number 7. Personal jewelry that belonged to someone else. An antique ring, a pendant, a bracelet, a brooch, something once worn for years by another. Sometimes it's a family heirloom, sometimes just a beautiful item from the past. And sometimes a gift passed from hand to hand with no real backstory. But the issue isn't the jewelry itself, it's the energy it carries. Jewelry, especially pieces that touch the skin, absorbs the emotional imprint of its wearer, the joy, pain, fear, love, or betrayal they experienced. And when it's given as a gift, it may pass on more than just metal and stones. It can transfer memory, and not all memories are light. Why is this important? Because when you begin wearing someone else's piece, your mood may shift unexpectedly. Feelings of unease or intrusive thoughts may appear. You might find yourself living in an emotional state that isn't truly yours. And most concerning, the energy of that piece can start attracting similar experiences to your own life. It's no coincidence that in many traditions, jewelry was cleansed with salt, water, or fire before being passed on, especially if it had been worn during illness, difficult breakups, or after the wearer's death. If someone offers you jewelry that once belonged to another, don't be afraid to decline politely or cleanse it thoroughly before wearing. Try not to accept what has witnessed someone else's pain, because it's better to go without a gem than to carry someone else's burden hidden in its shine. Gift number 8. Pendulum clocks or clocks with chimes. At first glance, it seems like an elegant, antique, or simply useful interior item. It symbolizes rhythm, order, and the awareness of time. But that's exactly why giving it as a gift may not be the best idea. A pendulum clock, or one that chimes, is more than just a timekeeper. It's a device that introduces constant pulsation into a space. Through sound and motion, it controls the energy of a room. And if such a clock enters your home, especially one you didn't choose yourself, it may interfere with your personal rhythm of time, create a subtle background tension, even if you don't consciously notice it, disrupt sleep, especially if placed in or near the bedroom, trigger subconscious anxiety, as every chime is a reminder, time is passing, something is ending, something is being left behind. In symbolic traditions, the chime of a clock is often associated with closure or endings. That's why such gifts are thought to potentially cool down relationships or slowly drain the emotional warmth from a home. Particularly inadvisable, accepting such a gift from a couple with troubled relationships, placing the clock at the heart of the home where peace should reside, or keeping a clock that has stopped, has frozen time, holds its own symbolism of stagnation. A clock is always more than just a mechanism. It's a reminder of time's flow, and sometimes of things we unconsciously begin to count down. If you're unsure about the clock's origin or the energy it carries, it's best to decline the gift, or neutralize its influence by switching it to silent mode. Gift number 9. Blankets, bedspreads, and bedding. At first glance, what could be softer or more thoughtful than a cozy blanket or a beautiful bedding set? It's a gift that symbolizes care, comfort, and warmth. But at the same time, it's incredibly intimate. This is not just an object. It's fabric that will touch your body, absorb your sleep, emotions, and thoughts. And that's exactly why giving, and especially accepting, such gifts should be done with great caution. In many traditional cultures, there was a belief: whatever covers you carries the memory of the one who gave it. If the person who gave the blanket or bedding carried unrest, anger, jealousy, or anxiety, these feelings are said to become woven into the fabric. And when you go to sleep, your relaxed body may absorb this subtle energy. This may show up in everyday life as restless sleep, night awakenings with no obvious cause, or a sense of emotional heaviness or fatigue in the morning, a lowered, intimate mood in a relationship. It is especially unwise to accept such gifts when, They come from someone you have unclear or tense relations with. They are given as part of a bundle of help. When items are handed over without being asked for, or if the items are secondhand and previously used by someone else. Even new fabric carries an emotional field. And when it lies on your body night after night, its influence may be far deeper than it seems. If you've already received such a gift, it's best to wash it with intention, asking to cleanse it, let it air out for a while, or simply don't use it unless you truly feel at peace with it. Because it's better to sleep under an old blanket that holds your own calm than under a new one that carries someone else's invisible burden. Gift number 10. Medications, vitamins, and health-related items. At first glance, it all seems very logical. Someone gives you vitamins, a balm, a useful supplement, an orthopedic pillow, an inhaler, a blood pressure monitor. It looks like care. But if you look deeper, these gifts can create the subtle feeling, something is wrong with me, and this becomes especially harmful when you didn't ask for such a gift. In many folk traditions, giving something associated with illness is considered undesirable. Because with such a gift, you may unintentionally point out someone's weakness, remind them of their age or condition, reinforce an image of the person as someone who needs to be fixed. The psyche is sensitive. If a person is repeatedly given health-improving products, even with the best intentions, they may subconsciously begin to see themselves as unwell, and the body, responding to that signal, starts looking for confirmation. Be especially cautious with gifts like supplements that should be taken in courses, mattresses or bedding for pain relief, massagers, medical devices, inhalers, kits for measuring, monitoring, and tracking health. If the person asked for it, that's different. But if it's given purely out of concern, it's often better to express that care through words, warmth, or action, not a prescription. Because sometimes, under the mask of kindness, we're feeding the belief that weakness has already arrived, when in truth, it might not have even been on its way. This has been our list of 10 gifts you should never accept thoughtlessly. Not because they always bring misfortune, but because every object carries a meaning, a symbol, an intention. A gift is always an exchange of energy, and it matters deeply. What you receive, who it comes from, and how it makes you feel. If you've listened until the end, thank you. It means you're someone who lives with awareness and protects not just your home, but your soul. Tell us in the comments, have you ever received one of these gifts? Did you notice anything unusual afterward? Your experience might help someone else recognize something important. And to make sure you don't miss our next video, subscribe to the channel. Here, we speak about things no one talks about, but that truly affect your life. Take care of yourself, and only accept the things that bring light, because even inside a gift, destiny may be hidden.